100 million years ago, strange creatures roamed the South Pole. Nighttime here lasted for months. And out of the long, cold polar darkness emerged a hardy new breed of dinosaur. Their discovery has changed forever the story of prehistoric life. On a dawn like this, more than 100 million years ago, dinosaurs rose to greet the sun. They were unlike any others ever found, and their bones reveal new evidence on how their kind came to rule the Earth. This is Australia, once a minor outpost of paleontology, now a new frontier of dinosaur discovery. Dinosaur fossils are found only in rocks of a certain age, and most of Australia is far older than even that distant time. Yet, here on the rugged shores of Victoria, Cretaceous sediments 100 million years old have been found. Paleontologist Tom Rich of the Museum of Victoria and a dedicated team of fossil hunters have been exploring these rock beds for more than a decade. It's a treacherous enterprise. Packing in all their gear, the team descends the 300-foot cliffs to the site of their dig. American by birth, Tom came to Australia with his wife, Pat, a fellow paleontologist researching unusual finds of fossil birds.
Okay, I want to get down on that beach. Let's go.
But he began to uncover fossils of his own, and so spectacular were his finds that the site was christened Dinosaur Cove. Today, Dinosaur Cove is on the southern coast of Victoria, west of Melbourne. But 110 million years ago, at the height of the Cretaceous, Australia itself was well to the south. Together with Antarctica, it formed the remnant of the great southern landmass of Gondwana. Africa, India, and South America had already set course for the north. But Dinosaur Cove still remained inside the Antarctic Circle, beneath a great river that marked the boundary between the last two continents. A great forested plain lies lost under the Southern Ocean, a plain where fleet-footed dromaeosaurs hunted down their prey. Allosaurs once stalked the river's edge, while hypsilophodontids nervously grazed nearby. It was an assembly of creatures that the Earth will never see again. In the surrounding mountains, streams ran through cool rainforests of conifers and ferns, bearing sediment down to the floodplain. Dinosaur bones settled into the silt, sinking ever deeper into the accumulating sediment. Here they would wait some 100 million years to be found.
Well, it's nice to be back here after all this time. How long has it been since you've been here, Nick?
It's only November, actually. I came down to check the beach in case there's any erratics.
All right.
Tom Rich and his team are searching for cracks in this rocky tomb. The ancient floodplain is now at the foot of the steep coastal cliffs.
Lousy at this time of year.
Determined to reach more than the slim face of fossil-bearing sediments exposed by the tide, Tom has resorted to unprecedented measures. 10 years ago, he set up more than a fossil dig. He launched a full-scale mining operation.
Righto.
Expert mining engineers volunteered their services. Dynamite, jackhammers, drills, and back-breaking labor finally opened tunnels into the rock and exposed the waiting bones.
I don't know of any other place in the world where people have gone after dinosaurs by deliberately starting to tunnel. There are dinosaurs known from mines in other places in the world. It's one thing to inherit an existing structure that's already set up to work underground. It's another thing to have to set it up from yourself. And I didn't know anything about mining to begin with, and so I had to learn.
Some 300 tons of rock have been removed, and 200 feet of tunnels have been excavated, all to prepare the way for an army of volunteers searching for the scattered remains of a lost world.
Each worker might only find 1 or 2 bits of bone a day, but between 15 to 30 people, you'd rack up 50, 60, 80 fragments every day.
At first, mining equipment was brought in by helicopter, but this soon proved too expensive. An aerial tramway solved the problem, bringing supplies down a 1,000-foot cable to the miners below. Fossil-bearing rocks were sent back up the cliff for study. Slowly, the dangerous work progressed. And all the while, in concert with the blasts of dynamite and the rock-shattering drills and jackhammers, was the ever-present roar of the sea.
The sea was a constant thought in our minds. In fact, you didn't have to look at it, you could hear it. When there's a threatening wave, there's usually a crack. There was occasion, for example, when I heard the crack, I looked up, I saw a huge wave coming in. I ran into the tunnel, ran up a ramp within the tunnel, turned around and saw the sea actually fill the tunnel right to the roof. And this is the sort of thing you just had to be aware of. It was a fact of life. We had to learn to know the sea, because if we didn't, somebody would have got hurt or swept out to sea.
But these waves are a restless ally. Tom's work is a constant race against time and the tides.
The sea is sort of like God. It giveth and it taketh away. Without the ocean to expose the bones, it wouldn't have them. But the fact is that the ocean, once you've found the bones, make it very difficult to collect them. I mean, logistically, Dinosaur Cove was a nightmare.
Yet the sea can bring strange and